Well, hello again, everyone, and as you can see, we basically took a step back a little bit. After I sprayed on the primer filler from Duplicolor, it showed quite a bit of some defects along the way that you could actually see, and two where I attached the bottom half of her dress to the upper part, even with the filler sprayed over the seam line, and I did manage to cut a groove to go past the seam line as well, to the other side of it. I just didn't like the fact that you could still see the seam line. So I went back and applied some of the Bondo spot putty, and as you can see here, we basically went around the entire 360 of her lower half of her dress there, and all that set up, and then I came back and I wet sanded it with some 320 grit sandpaper, which of course took some of the primer back off, and we're back into the natural resin base as it is, but now it's basically smoothed out again, and the seam line is less noticeable, so it will be more of a flowing dress. And so I'll go ahead and clean this up now with some of the 90% alcohol, and we'll give it another shot with the primer, and so stand by. Okay, as you can see, we're back out here in the garage. It's probably a little after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun is setting in the west, and we have Morticia out here in my makeshift kind of paint area. So like I said, she still has some residue and dust from all the sanding on it, so what we're going to be doing is I'm going to go ahead and apply some of the 9% alcohol to clean her up a little bit before I actually spray again with the Duplicolor primer filler. So give me about 2 minutes here, and we're going to go ahead and open this up and wipe her down. I just want to make sure I get all the dust and debris off of her, so we got a nice clean surface, so that we respray. Hopefully it'll go down nice and even, and then we can go ahead and proceed on to our next installment as far as applying some paint to her. But like I said, it's always important to take your time and do a nice prep job, and from that point on it should go pretty smoothly. So there you go. Like I said, basically it's just centering on this part here, right here, where it was mostly all dust and everything. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good now. All right. Let's go ahead and shake it up a little bit. Let's see if I can get you a little bit closer. There you go. Just kind of move it over a little bit. There you go. Oop. Alright, there you go. I'm just going to get about eye level here, and we'll start spraying. Get this out of the way. We don't want any overspray on a bottle. Like I said, just a couple light coats. Don't want to do it all at once. We'll kind of let it dry between the coats. I have it on a kind of a turntable here, so it's a little bit easier this time around. As you can see, I also did some seam work. Get rid of some more of the seam works on either side of her dress. I do have a fan blowing, so we can keep the paint from falling back in my face. And I've got a little bit here up on the shoulder. Like I said, I'm just doing some light spraying here. Alright, that looks pretty good. We're good. Looking good. Like I said, it's very hot out here in the garage, so it should dry pretty fast in between the coats. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop there and let it dry for a couple minutes, and we'll be right back.